Hello guys, welcome to Mark Shrimp Tanks. Today we're going to change our green jade tank over to a tank that is very similar in style and the layout as my painted fire red, right? Because my painted fire red tank has exploded with life. There's like a bazillion shrimp in there, right? But don't just take my word for it. Check out these guys, right? We've got some macro footage up here right now. And I think a lot of this is down to the snails that are involved in this tank. I have very large Marissa snails in here, there, and they produce a lot of waste. So we're going to replicate that tank into my green jade tank. We have a Java fern and stuff in there that the Marissa snails will destroy. So we're going to remove the Java fern. We're going to fill it with some water tank because, strangely enough, it's growing very well in this tank. And I think we can replicate that in the green jade tank, right? So if you want to see that, stay tuned. Okay, it's coming right up. While I remember, guys, as well, if you all know about the secret code word thing that I do at the end of the videos, it is very important that you subscribe and press the bell notification to see when I announce the winners, right? Because I announce them in my community section on my YouTube channel. If you guys are already pressed the bell and you have received all notifications, you will know what I'm talking about already, right? That is the way I've chosen to tell people if they have won some shrimp food or not, right? So watch out for these codes, and remember, guys, to tick the bell icon. It'll be over here next to subscribe, the little bell icon, so you will know if you've won or not, right? Because there's no point you entering and saying, oh, I love shrimp, I love akadama, I love algae wafers, etc, etc, if you don't press this button, because you will never know if you have won, right? Let's get right, guys, this is the green jade tank. I have removed all the old green jades that were in here before, and they have went into the cull tub. Half of them, honestly guys, half of them died, and the rest of them look like cull shrimp. And the reason I did that, guys, is because I actually got shrimp from someone else in Norway that was kind enough to send me 10 very nice green jades, right? So that's what we have to work with just now. 2 of them are buried, by the way, as well. I'll probably put a little picture up here just to show you guys too, right? But let's go over what's happening in the tank. This isn't too far off being a successful Neocaridina tank, right? But all I want to do, guys, is I want to remove the Java fern in the center, because we're going to add Marissa snails to this, and the Marissa snails will absolutely destroy this plant. I used to have 1 or 2 of them in here before, and they did. You can see the leaves on this Java fern here. They just simply destroy it, right? I don't want to lose this Java fern, so we're going to remove that Java fern. We're going to put it into a soft water tank, and then we're going to add some water tank to this, right? And we're going to add some water tank that's actually come from my painted fire red tank. But let's quickly go over what's in here as well. We have some crushed coral. Any of you guys that have Neocaridina tanks on a sand base or inert gravel base, it's quite important that you have something like crushed coral in the tank to fix your pH, right? Because if you don't put it in, you will be susceptible to pH swings, right? So the other thing I have in here that I like now to have in my tanks is bits of lava rock, you can see here. And it's important that you do it in this configuration, guys. I know it just looks like it's been thrown in here, right? But when you have snails, especially bigger snails, you can't put them in a tank where you have lots of rock built up where they might get trapped, right? Because they will eventually get trapped and they will die and rot away, right? So that is not what we want to do. Next, you will see the painted fire red tank, and we will take out some water tank from that tank and add it to this one. Okay, stay tuned. Okay guys, here we have my absolutely gorgeous painted fire red tank. This is a Neocaridina tank. This means it is the water is harder. You can see at the back here it has some crushed coral. We have some lava rock, lots and lots of plants. The Marissa snails in here, these are these big snails. They have pretty much chewed every other plant in here apart from the Sawasa tank, which for some strange reason is growing very well in this tank now. Right, so we're going to transfer probably half that mass there into our green jade tank, and we're also going to transfer some of these Marissa snails as well, right? Because I want, whatever I'm doing correct in this tank here, guys, I want to replicate it in that tank over there. Who doesn't want to see this much Neos in one of their tanks, right? So let's grab a bucket, like so, and we're going to add a few litres of water to this, hopefully without spilling it all over the place. Going to add a few litres of water, guys, and then we're going to add some Sawasa tang. I'm actually just going to use my hand to grab some of it. We're going to give it a little bit of a shake, and then we're going to put it into this tub here. And the reason we're going to do that, guys, is because no matter how hard I try here to get the neos off this, the babies especially, there will still be some on it, right? So we're going to put them into this little tub here, like this, basically. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we will look in the tub to see how many painted fire reds we've caught, right? So I'll bring you over because you won't be able to see, will you, you mother effers? Maybe I should take some out by hand first. Let me see if we can do this. Let's see, hand in there. I actually fed this tank before just to make sure that we get most of the painted fire reds out. There's so much in here. There's my god, bazillions. Right, so up and down, give it a dunk. We're going to lose a lot of Sawasatang doing it like this, but we'll just have to put our hand back in again. And into our tub. Right, make sure your tub is close as well, because the shrimp on here, they will dive off. Get in there. This might be enough actually. There's shrimp in there already, I can see. Right, so put your stuff in like this. Let me bring you over. Let me bring you over, aim you down a little bit. Like so. And the way I would do this, guys, is just to gently grab it and dunk it like this. Grab and dunk. Right, and so far I can see one shrimp in here, which is not bad. I thought there'd be like a lot, like hundreds kind of thing, but I think the dunking thing works quite well when you do it this way. Right, so let's get a little net. If I can find a little net. Just here would be perfect, thank you, Mark. Little shrimp safe net. I can actually see lots of life in here as well. There's lots of seed shrimp farting around the bottom. There's trumpet snails. Is that a little Marissa snail? I can't even pick it up. It's so small. Let me see. Is it Marissa? Has it got stripes? No, I don't think so. I think it's just a little ram's horn snail. Ram's horny. Who's that in the back? You can't say that, Mark. I can say whatever I like to my channel. Right, so let's get this one little shrimp out of here, little painted fire red. Into the tank it goes. Let's just check again. Because they are so prolific in there, guys, that there's a really high chance that there'll be like tiny, minute shrimp in here as well. It's not a massive deal, but it's easier if we get them out now. Let's see, can I see anything in here? The water's moving too much. I want to try to see even little babies need to come out. No. Right, so let's get this stuff into the tank. Isn't this an exciting video? Right, but also while we're here actually, let me see, what can you see here? Let's just pull this over to the side. Let's see if we can spot any smaller Marissa snails just anywhere on the glass. At the sides, something about 1 centimetre. Let me quickly take one of the adults out so you can see them as well. These guys grow quite big. There's 3 of them having some kind of sexual thing going on here. Aren't they massive, guys? Big snails. There's my size of my thumb for comparison. And I like these in a tank because I think they produce a decent amount of waste, and I'm seeing the benefits of it with my shrimp. Because as we all know, shrimp are detrivores. There's a nice little snail. Let's have a little look. And be careful with these guys as well, right? Don't drop them, because I have dropped one before and I did break its shell. I felt really guilty about it. I think it kind of died. So, little Marissa, let's get at least, I don't know, 3. Another one. They don't have to be massive because these guys grow really, really fast. Let's see, is there any more near the front? Oh, there's one on the glass right here. Come here, you. Right, so there's lots and lots of them this size in the tank, and they're absolutely thriving. You see it? Little Marissa snail. Little stripes on it. Right, so we have our Marissa snails. We have our Sawasatang. Let's get this over to the tank and get it in. Alright guys, I'm just going to quickly rearrange this a little tad before we put stuff in. I don't want stuff next to the edge because it's a pain when you're cleaning. By the way, I did see my two buried female. You can actually see them here. You probably could just see them wandering around. Bigger one at the back there. There's one of the lighter buried ones here. Let's get that out of the tank. This is just a stainless steel rod barbecue skewer that I use for adding bits of vegetable matter and stuff. Right, so let's just spread this out like evenly, all the bits of lava rock as I said before. I don't want any place where the Marissa snails will get stuck, right? So we have some alder cones in here as well, some cola, some chola wood. Depends on where you're from. People have different ways of saying it. Get that into the tank. This is actually fine the way it is, I think. We have a soaching oxidator here that helps to clean the water. We have a ton of leaves in the back, a bit of an Indian almond leaf, some oak leaves still in here. This white pouch at the back is Purigen, which I'll probably take out on this one. I always add it to tanks as I'm starting them up, guys. The filter at the back is a Pat Mini filter. Let's get the plant. So we have here our ½ litre of Sawasartang. It's simply going to go straight in, guys. It would be cool if I can get it to stay in a clump near the middle, but that's probably not going to happen instantly. Let's see, because this isn't tied to anything. Sawasartang does float, especially when it has air in it, but I want it to settle like it did in the other tank, right? So we might actually just tip the whole thing in like that. You see? This is going to be awesome. Let's get it in there. It will eventually find its place in the tank. No doubt it will be a dead spot near the centre here, which is what I like anyway. And I will grab our Marissa snails. Let's see, where are they? My hand is so big I might have to do this one at a time. In they go. 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. I've also put the net in the tank. Not in the tank. I put the net in the bucket that we just took these guys out of, because I did notice there was lots of sea shrimp. So let's release any microfauna that was also in there. In you go, little bits of algae, bits of poop, little bits of sea shrimp, ram's horn snails, all good stuff. And guys, let's hope within the next, I don't know, the next couple of months that this tank turns into absolute green jade making monster tank, because I have a feeling it will. Okay, let's see, what will the code word be today? If you guys would like to win a packet of Sawasartang, the code word for today's video is I love Sawasartang. Okay, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the like button if you love me, if you love green jades, if you love Sawasartang, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Look out for future updates, guys, and we probably will do the tank right next to it over there next, because I think I want to change it to like this. It's coming very soon.